Hello and welcome back to the Two Rivers Technology 2011 Polocrosse World Cup. Now it's time for the biggest match of them all, the World Cup final itself, and we will see Zimbabwe take on South Africa. Zimbabwe managed to defeat Australia, the current world champions in the group stages. They topped the group and then they defeated USA in the semi-finals. South Africa also topped their group and then defeated Australia in the semi-finals to set up this all-African final. So with the current world champions Australia out, we will have a new world champion this time around, and it will be one of the African nations. But it just depends who it will be. Will it be South Africa or will it be Zimbabwe?
Ball goes in, it's out the back, and it's Sophie Sargent who's got the first return. She'll go down for it, pull it in for Zimbabwe. Sophie Sargent for Zimbabwe. The first move of this World Cup final, flicks it across to Kelly Redfern. Kelly Redfern. Sophie Sargent comes in away, takes away Nikki Crook. Kelly Redfern's got an open paddock in front of her, down towards the 30-yard line, bounces, pulls it back in, drives it towards the rim, lines them up. Goal number 1 to Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe get us off to a start in the World Cup final. And I'll pass you over to Jared.
Yeah, great start there for the Zimbabwe side. Sophie Sargent picking up where she left off a couple of days ago. Zimbabwe got the 3 left-handers out there as they come on the far side of the field with umpire Colin Parks, and the ball goes in. It's plucked out of the middle there by Salisha Jacobs. Salisha Jacobs with the ball now. The South African number 2 looking to level things up. Big hard mark there by Old Logan. But it's Nikki Crook now. She comes back and takes the pass in centre field. Nikki Crook riding down. She's going to have Sophie Sargent made her on the line. She comes down, heads to the corner looking for the clean bounce, and she gets it. Big hard mark there by Sophie Sargent. Oh, but Nikki Crook drives around the front into the open goal. And that levels things up. 1 goal apiece.
Kelly Redfern now puts a little pass out to herself. It sits up nicely for her too. She puts the brakes on the little chestnut pony. She's got South African shirts all around her, but she's given the slip now. Oh, Jossie Sprilsby comes in, puts a bit of a bump on her, spins her back the other way, but she gets away from her now. She's got open field out, and God, good work out there by Sophie Sargent. Kelly Redfern runs onto the line, has a shot, and all clear.
So Zimbabwe go to a 2-1 lead early on in the first. Umpire throws a ball in, it's down on the ground. Sophie Sargent snaps it up for Zimbabwe. Sophie Sargent with the ball for Zimbabwe, driving around the pack, floats a little pass across to Kelly Redfern, but she couldn't quite hold of it. It's loose on the floor, rolling down towards the 30-yard line, carries into that 30-yard area. Jossie Spilsbury has a go at it, she can't grab hold of it. It's loose on the floor, she'll grab it at the second attempt and bring it back for South Africa. Back to the 30-yard line she comes. Kelly Redfern just marks her up, pops a little pass across to Nikki Crook in the number 1 shot. Nikki Crook opens that pony up down the paddock. Driving downfield, Sophie Sargent meets her, driving towards the sideline, but Nikki Crook manages to slide round the back end. Goes towards the 30-yard line, pops the long one out in front of her, reclaims it. Now Nikki Crook just checks up in the bottom corner, looks to drive in towards the post. Sophie Sargent just staying between her and the post at the moment. Nikki Crook, nice little over on through the post. South Africa level it up, 2 goals all.
Get behind your team, do a bit of cheering, ladies and gentlemen, let them know you're there. Rightio, the ball goes in, once again it's out the back, and Sophie Sargent gets the better of the turn. The left-hander now, Sophie Sargent with the ball. Old Logan comes in, takes one out. Salisha Jacobs gives Sophie Sargent a big bump there. Sophie Sargent has to pop it back to a number 2, and Old Logan. Audrey Logan with the ball. Oh, Salisha Jacobs, another big bump. The ball's been dislodged and it pops into the area. And it's the number 3, Jossie Spilsbury. She cleans up the scraps now. Jossie Spilsbury comes out, puts a little pass across to Nikki Crook. Nikki Crook gives the pony a throw and says, let's go. She's going to be met on the line there by Sophie Sargent. Nikki Crook ducks in stick side, gets a clean bounce, but Sophie Sargent's right there to shut her down. Nikki Crook now drives across the top of the tee. Oh, the big overhand shot once again. She's not going to waste any time. South Africa take the lead for the first time today. 3 goals, plays 2.
We go back to Cole Parks today there in front of the ground. It's a big high one out the back. Jossie Spilsbury looks like she'll get the first one on the little bay pony. Drives around the front of Sophie Sargent. She's got Audrey Logan to contend with now. Oh, couldn't quite get a good pass away. It's on the ground. Not sure in the mud whether it's in the area or out. Looks like Sophie Sargent runs onto it on the chestnut horse. They must be obviously there in the area down there. She's got Nikki Crook in there, hunter up. Oh, big pass out to Kelly Redfern. Oh, great offside pick up by Kelly Redfern. Some good work by Audrey Logan taking care of the 3. She runs onto the 30-yard line now, gets a kind bounce, fires a goal through for Zimbabwe. Make that 3 goals all.
Ball goes in, it's out the back, and it's Joshy Spilsbury who spins quickest. Oh, goes through it offside, couldn't put it in. Sophie Sargent goes through it, left-handed player pulls it in nice and easily. Sophie Sargent lets a pony run downfield, looks to link up with Delegate right over 30-yard line, throws a little speculator out in front, bounces up high, and then still in play, I think, down near the back line. Joshy Spilsbury mops it up for South Africa. Joshy Spilsbury comes back towards the 30-yard line, bounces, pulls it back in, getting driven towards this sideline by Kelly Redfern. Joshy Spilsbury looks to throw the pass back in field, finds a racket of Nikki Crook. Nikki Crook down towards the 30-yard line, bounces, pulls it back in. She's trapped up in the corner by Sophie Sargent at the moment. She burns around the front lines on a tight angle shot. Goal judges say it's good. And just before the hooter, South Africa grab one. 4 plays free in the World Cup final at the end of the first. 7 more chuckers to come.
Rightio, so they come in now, straight in the racket of Gavin Cocker. Gavin Cocker, neat little pass there back to Graham McClarty. He right down, he's got the open paddock, the bounce, the trap, and all clear. Very quick goal there by the South African side.
So it's back in the arm of Cole Parkinson. It's Yanni Stankamp's plucked it out of the back of the lineup. Ducking in behind players now, just waits for his players to go in and take care of their opposite numbers. He runs onto the 30-yard line now, puts a little pass into Graham McClarty, who takes it with open arms. Wheels the pony around now, just gets his gear organised. Oh, a little bit of excitement there from the pony. He smells the final. Comes across the face of the D now, big overhead shot, hits the up. Looks like it's a goal.
So Graham McClarty leaving his mark on the goal judge there. They'll come together again. Ball goes in, it's knocked down on the floor, and it will be the South Africans who get to it first. Yanni Stankamp, he had a massive game in the semi-final against Australia, and he looks like he's carried on where he left off. Wins another ball out of the line, it goes down to the 30-yard line, pops a little pass across to Graham McClarty. Graham McClarty lines up the post, bangs it through.
A great opening chuck here by the South African men. They've come out firing. Piled on 3, very quick goals to extend their lead out to 4. So as they line up now in front of umpire Colin Parkinson on the far side, the ball goes in, it comes off the sticks of the one, pops straight in the racket of Yanni Steenkamp. He's having a great opening chucker here for the South African side. Yanni Steenkamp with the ball, he rides down now. Great bit of work there by Gavin Cocker in centre field, took out both players. Yanni Steenkamp just delivered it into Graham McClarty now. Graham McClarty v Mikey Creighton. He goes across, thought about the big overhand shot, but opted against it. The big long arm of Mikey Creighton will just put him off, I think. Graham McClarty just throws things up, settles down, ducking, diving. Mikey Cranell's going to have none of it. He just sits off him now. Graham McClarty, he's just very cool, goes all, thinks about putting a bit of pace on. Now he goes, the big overhand shot. And we'll wait for the umpire's decision, and it's all clear.
So South Africa, they're charged away to a 5-goal lead in the second chukker of the World Cup final. Umpire Brooks just instructing them, do not come over the D. It's been freshly painted up. Everyone can see it. So can you. He's happy with it now, fires it in. This time it's been batted out Zimbabwe side, and Graham Keith is the one that gets the ball. Mikey Cranell runs in, takes care of Gavin Cocker. They run onto the 30-yard line now. A little pass in to Crunchy Baker. A quick goal there for Zimbabwe.
So Zimbabwe get their first of a chucker. They make it 8-4. I'll go and line up on umpire Colin Parkinson. They're down by 4, but there's still loads of time for them to come back. Ball goes in, it's knocked down on the Zimbabwe side. Mikey Craner will go for it. The long arm can't pull it in though. It's left on the floor. Andy Baker calls for line. Charges in, umpire Colin Parkinson blows a whistle. And it's going to be a free throw for Zimbabwe, with people turning on the line of the ball. Well, South African players turning on the line of the ball. Andy Baker, ball, Chispa will chuck it out in front of himself. Chispa wants to go. Andy Baker just checks up, goes towards the 30-yard line, bounces, pulls it back in. It's met by solid defence by Yanni Stenkamp. Yanni Stenkamp being mounted up against Abel Melody. Andy Baker looks to drive around the sideline, up the post, bangs it through. 8 plays 5 in the second.
we'll start with a penalty to Zimbabwe. Kelly Redford now pops a little pass across to Sophie Sargent, who is out there waiting for it. She wheels a chestnut pony around in the mud now, looking like she's trying to get a pass away to her number 2 in Suzanne Sargent, who is waiting there for her with open arms. They run under the box now, looking to get a pass into Kelly Redford. Oh, thought better of it, wheels the pony around. Good little spin there from the big bay horse. They run under the box this time. Now she gets a pass across to Kelly Redford, takes it in on the offside, wheels the pony around out in the corner in the mud. Slides it down now, looking to find her way around the back of Jossie Spelsbury. It's Kelly Redford still with the ball, ducking and diving and zigging and zagging on top of the tee. She makes a run now. No, she doesn't. Just slows down. Wants to make sure of each and every one of these goals in the World Cup final. Kelly Redford still with the ball. Now she thinks about the big high one up over the top, and all clear.
So Zimbabwe grabbing number 1 back. 8 plays 6. Umpire says hold time. Ball goes in, it's out of her back, and it'll be the Freeze who drive for it. Sophie Sargent, lovely backhanded pick up by the left-hander. Sophie Sargent trapped up in a bit of traffic now, looking for a number 1 in Kelly Redford, floats a lot past Kelly Redford, reached out of her back and grabbed it wonderfully. Kelly Redford spins her little pony around, heads downfield. She's got a length on everyone, going down to the 30-yard line, flicks it out in front of herself, pulls it back in, overarm shot, straight through the post, makes it 8-7.
Still just waiting for that straight line up. He happy with it now. The ball goes in. I'll come off the sticks of the 2s. It's down on the ground. Who's going to bed? Oh, it's Suzanne Sargent. Suzanne Sargent with the ball. Oh, she's under a ton of pressure now. Oh, lovely little pass to Kelly Redford. Kelly Redford, the left-hander. She's going to be hard marked there by Sauce Turner, the number 2. But it's Sophie Sargent comes in, takes care of her. Kelly Redford now riding down, still looking for the clean bounce. She's being hard ridden there by Nikki Crook. Oh, she got a couple of South African players on either side now, but Kelly Redford just gets away. The players come in, take them out. Kelly Redford now rides down. Oh, gets the bounce straight past Jossie Spelsbury and straight through the big sticks. So we're all tied up, 8 goals apiece, midway through the 3rd chukka.
The ball goes in now, grabbed up the front now. Kelly Redford with the ball. Kelly Redford now blocked. Suzanne Sargent takes care of 2 players. Kelly Redford now looking to duck and dive in behind the back of Jossie Spelsbury. Gets a kind bounce, runs around the front. No, she doesn't. Ducks the pony in, charges across the front of the goals. Big backhand shot, and the flags go up.
Zimbabwe go out to 9 goals to 8 in the lead in the 3rd. Zimbabwe get on a run, and as yet South African girls can't find a response. And now umpire Colin Parkinson will line up Kelly Redfern and Jossie Spelsbury. Jossie Spelsbury's got the first return, but she just bats it along the ground. It's loose on the floor. She digs for it, but Kelly Redfern's also there digging for it. Jossie Spelsbury goes again. Finally, she drags it up for South Africa. Jossie Spelsbury turns the big horse Luke around. Looks to come out through the mud, flicks a pass out, but it's high and it's over Nikki Crook. Nikki Crook will chase. Nikki Crook can't grab it on the first, grabs it on the second, lets her horse run downfield towards the 30-yard line. She's got Sophie Sargent for company, flicks it out in front, pulls it back in. Now she's got to find a way around Sophie Sargent in this area. Nikki Crook comes in at the post, throws a big eye over him up over top. Goal judges say it's good. 9-all, it levels up again.
Yeah, and as Ian just said, it has levelled it up at 9 goals apiece as they come to line now with umpire Martin Brooks. He puts it in, it's down the back. The 3's turn even. Who's going to get the better bounce? It looks like it's Jossie Spelsbury. Oh, and she makes no mistake of the pickup. Comes in, oh, Kelly Redford gives her one for a trouble, but Jossie Spelsbury just rides away from her now. Jossie Spelsbury looking down now, looking to link up with Nikki Crook. Oh, great pass, but Nikki Crook couldn't quite rake it in. Oh, but she sweeps around onto it. Great pickup there by Nikki Crook. Nikki Crook with the ball, goes for the right across the top of the tee. How's she going to do? Sophie Sargent just sits off her. Nikki Crook, oh, once again the big overhand shot, and all clear. And just in the nick of time, so South Africa take back the lead. 10 goals, plays 9.
Colin Parkinson puts it in, it's out the back. There'll be the 3's to turn first. Yanni gets the better of the turns with a brilliant pickup. They run onto the box now, fires a pass across to Graham McLeod, who fires it between the posts. Make that 12 goals to 9. 2 goals to South Africa in the first 30 seconds of this 4th chukka.
They come in together, ball goes in, it's snapped down the back by Mikey Craner. Mikey Craner, oh, but he loses again, it's loose on the floor. Travis Tim will mob it up for South Africa. Travis has to scream at Graham to stop worrying about Crunchy Baker and instead stop worrying about getting up the other end and scoring a goal. Travis Tim stopped up. In comes Andy Baker. Looks to put the big swing on him. Danny Swan's closing in as well. Travis Tim running backwards at the moment. Floats a big pass across towards Yanni Stenkamp. Stenkamp on to Graham McClarty in the #1 shirt. Graham McClarty riding Mercedes, heading downfield towards the 30-yard line, bounces, pulls it back in, big overarm, straight through the sticks. Lovely goal by Graham McClarty. Makes it 13-9.
Radio, so it goes in now, it's out the back. Yanni Stenkamp got the better of the turns on, but Mikey Craner, great little thing. Oh, the big backflip out in front of Crunchy Baker, takes it with open arm, puts the bounce down and all clear. Great bit of work there by Mikey Craner. Knew that he had Yanni Stenkamp on his non-stick side, put out the big backflip straight into the open arms of Crunchy Baker, and he.
So it's in now, it's in amongst the 2s and 3s. Mikey Cranor's got his eye on it now, he runs onto it. He picks it up now, gives the racket a little swirl just to make sure it's in there right. He's got Yanni Stenkamp and Travis Timms putting a lot of pressure on him down there. There's whackers braving everywhere. But Mikey Craner still with the ball now. Looks like they're going to play on. He's got the pony flat now. He puts the handbrake on. He's got Yanni Stenkamp putting a lot of pressure on him. Fires one into the area. Who's going to be get the line of the ball? Yanni. No whistle. The ball's been fired out to Graham McClarty, who cops a big hit there by Donny Swan. Mikey Crunchy Baker comes in, puts a good bit of stick on him, very aggressive. But it's Graham McClarty still with the ball, runs into the Mikey Craner in the box now. There's rackets waving everywhere. Might have been a little carry over there. The Zimbabwe crowd seems pretty happy with it. So Mikey Craner restarts play now on the Chestnut Pony, puts a pace on, but there's no way around Graham McClarty at the moment. Donny Swan runs in, tries to take care of him. Graham McClarty puts a little bit of wood on him, but Mikey Craner still with the ball, trying to get down there and link up with Crunchy Baker, who's having a hell of a job with Yanni Stenkamp down there. They put the big specky in. Crunchy Baker comes up with it, flicks it back into himself. Regathers some great work there by Crunchy Baker. He wheels the pony around now. He's got Yanni Stenkamp in there to deal with. Slows himself down now. He beats the pony in the guts. Runs in front of the D, checks him up. Ducks and dives, trying to find a way past Yanni Stenkamp. Fires a big overhead shot. Make that 11 goals to 13.
Goodbye to New Halls. Ball goes in, it's in the middle of the line-out, and it's Travis Tim who snaps it up. Travis Tim for South Africa, looks to break downfield. At the moment trying to link up with Graham McClarty. Graham McClarty having some work done on him by Mikey Craner in the #3 shirt. Travis Tim gets Andy Baker come on him, trying to lay in some wood and dislodge the ball. Travis Tim just holding on to it. Now he breaks through down towards the 30-yard line. Graham McClarty's there, little pass goes across to Graham McClarty. Graham McClarty trying to step around Mikey Craner. Close to the back end of my grain, lines up a big overarm, through it goes. 14 plays 11 in the World Cup final. South Africa giving themselves a 3-goal cushion again.
As Graham Keith rejoins us once again, Colin Parkinson calls him in the line on the far side of the field. The ball goes in now, comes up the racket to the toes and pops out straight to Travis Tim. Great bit of work there by Travis Tim. Just popped it up to Graham McClarty now. Graham McClarty with the ball right past stick side. He's got Crunchy Baker and Mikey Craner. Oh, a couple of big hits there from Mikey Craner and Crunchy Baker. But Graham McClarty gets past them both, slaps down the bounce, sets up Connolly for him now. Graham McClarty with the ball. Graham McClarty goes for a little right. Oh, the big, Mikey Craner, he just stole it. He's going to reach on him like a sick dog, this man. Mikey Craner with the ball. So Graham McClarty looking for the quick goal. Knew time wasn't on his side. But Mikey Craner just stuck up the big mid. And the ball stuck. So at the end of the fourth chukka, 14 goals, plays 11.
Umpire Brooks calls him in, demands a straight line up. It's been battered down by the 2s. That's Suzanne Sargent and Celicia Jacobs fighting for it at the moment. Celicia Jacobs has another go at it. Sauce Turner had a ride on for a second, but Kelly Redford comes up with it out of the mud. Kelly Redford now trying to find forward. She's found it now, heads on down, looking to run into the box and get a clean bounce if she can. She does get a clean bounce now. She's got Jossie Spilsbury to deal with. Dua just slows the pony down a bit now. She boots it in the guts, pulls him up again, runs around, wheels the pony around. No way around Jossie Spilsbury at the moment. Thought about a big high one over the top. She has a little overhead shot. Oh, she might have hooked that one. So a missed opportunity there for Zimbabwe. Brooks saw it. Lines them up now, fires it in. It's been grabbed out of the middle there by Suzanne Sargent. A nice little take there too. Now she sits the pony up, waits for Kelly Redford to come in. Oh, she couldn't quite handle the pass. It's on the ground. Celicia Jacobs got her eye on it on the Apache Cat. Runs into the box now, hoping for a good bounce in the mud. It sits up kindly for her. Oh, she couldn't quite handle it, but she gets it on the second grab. Wheels around now. Sophie Sargent's got herself in position. Now Celicia Jacobs still with the ball. Just does a little neat little spin too by the chestnut pony. Comes across the face of goal now. There's no way around Sophie Sargent at the moment. Sophie Sargent been playing brilliant all weekend here at the World Cup. Celicia Jacobs still with the ball, ducking and diving in the mud down there. Comes across the face of goal once again. Still with the ball. First scoring attempt. Comes in, ducks, dives. Oh, thought twice. Now she comes across, thought about the overhand, hangs onto it. Some great defence here by Sophie Sargent. Celicia Jacobs still with the ball. Now she comes across the face. Still can't find a way around the solid defence of Sophie Sargent. Now she thinks she might have a little shot over the top. It's the big high overhead, and the goal waivers like it. The point on the board there for South Africa. They get 15, plays 11.
Umpire calls time back on. They'll line them up on the crowd side of the field. It will bounce down for Zimbabwe. Sophie Sargent snaps it up. Sophie Sargent throws a little pass back to Kelly Redford. Kelly Redford will turn and burn downfield. Going down towards the 30-yard line. Kelly Redford coming towards the 30-yard line. Pops a little bit out to herself. Doesn't get a kind bounce. Can't put it back in. Jossie Spilsbury will slam on the brakes, but it will bounce kindly this time for Kelly Redford. Kelly Redford mops it back up for Zimbabwe. Kelly Redford goes for a little bit of a ride around, looks for a way past Jossie Spilsbury. Kelly Redford at the top of a D, twists this way and Matt looking for a way past. But Jossie Spilsbury at the moment doing a good job keeping the gate shut. Kelly Redford now steps around the sidelines off the sticks and shoots it through. 15 plays 12. Zimbabwe drag one back.
So Martin Brooks wasn't happy with the Zimbabwe coming over the tee now. South African ball, and it will be Celicia Jacobs, the number one. She puts the pass out to, she put it in Jossie Spilsbury. It come off the top of her racket and pops straight into the racket of Kelly Redford. Kelly Redford puts a little lob over. It doesn't get a kind bounce. The ball's on the deck now. First to see it will be the number 3 in Jossie Spilsbury. She comes in and mops it up now. She puts down a bounce and gets a kind one. But the umpire whistle sounds. So it looks like they've made their decision. It's going to be a South African ball, and it will be Celicia Jacobs that take it from the 30-yard line. Umpire Martin Brooks marks the spot and says play on. Celicia Jacobs puts a little lob out. Oh, she didn't get a cone bounce. That's fallen away. It'll be Sophie Sargent come in, but she couldn't take it. Now Celicia Jacobs comes in, cleans it up, turns around and rides into an open goal. So South Africa back out to 4 goals, 16 goals, plays 12.
Umpire Parkinson takes him over in front of the crowd. Happy with the line-up now, feeds it in. It's been batted off the ones. It's gone in the racket of Jossie Spilsbury. She wheels the bay pony around, looking to link up with her number 1 in Celicia Jacobs. They come onto the box now. Oh, it's a wild pass, goes to ground. Celicia Jacobs gets 2, grabs at it, comes up with it on the seconds, does a neat little spin in the corner. And that'll be a goal. Make that a 5-goal buffer now for the South African ladies.
So they come together again, ball goes in, snapped down at the back by Jossie Spilsbury. She's having a big game out of the back for South Africa. Driving downfield, looking to link up with her number 1 in Celicia Jacobs. Jossie Spilsbury spins Luke around, heads down towards the 30-yard line, pops a little pass across to Celicia Jacobs. Celicia Jacobs checks up near the top of D, Sophie Sargent closes with her. Celicia Jacobs goes for a little bit of a ride, checks up out in the mud. Paddles back through the mud in front of a goal. Spins around, tries to step around the side, but Sophie Sargent does a good job. Oh, lovely little turn out of a pony, right in front of a post. Loses Sophie Sargent on the turn and shoots it through just before the hooter. Makes it 18-12 in favour of South Africa at the end of the fifth. 3 more chukkers to come.
So 3 chukkers to go in the World Cup final of 2011. It's been fired in. Oh, great take there by Mikey Craynor. He's out in open space. He's got Crunchy Baker out there with him. Fires the pass across to him. Has a shot. And all clear. 18 goals to 13.
So Zimbabwe get the dream start to the sixth. They grab one back. So they come together again. Ball goes in, it's out there, oh, he comes back off the sticks of the free. It'll bounce kindly for a long arm of Mikey Craynor. Mikey Craynor whirls the long arm round, pumps a long one up. He's trying to score it himself. Crunchy Baker will just keep it in play down at the bottom. Crunchy Baker can't put it back in. It's loose on the floor still, he gets it at the second attempt. Now he looks to step round Yanni Stubkamp. Goal judges saying it's gone out of play. So they decide to do a neutral lineup. Neutral lineup. Neither of the umpires see those balls going in. Crunchy Baker swipes it off the front of the line out in front of Yanni Stubkamp. Crunchy Baker, fast as lightning, at the front of the lineup, grabs another one. Now he's trying to find a way around Yanni Stubkamp. Drives across towards the goals. Yanni Stubkamp's there again in solid defence. Crunchy Baker checks up. Front of the sticks. Chispa goes one way then the other. Looks all the way past. Andy Baker just circling around, looking for a way past, drives up the side, but Yanni Stubkamp just staying in between him and the sticks. Crunchy Baker just checks up again, looks to step round, but again Yanni Stubkamp's right there. Has a couple of swings at him, but now Crunchy Baker just steps away, throws a big overall, through it goes. 19 plays 14.
So 19 goals, plays 15 now, they're back within 4. Midway through this 6th chukker, the 2011 World Cup final. Oh, and Crunchy Baker took it. Oh, but he copped a big hit there by Travis Tim, and now it's gone to the racket of Graham McClarty. He pops a big high one out to Yanni Steenkamp. Yanni Steenkamp with the ball now. Graham Keith comes in to block him up, but Yanni Steenkamp, neither of them spitting there. Finds a bit of open territory, ducks in behind Crunchy Baker, delivers the ball into Graham McClarty. Graham McClarty with the ball now, sits down in the corner. Oh, drives around the front of Mikey Craynor, puts the shot out and all clear.
Umpire Colson Parkinson fires it in now. It looks like it's been grabbed there by Graham McClarty. Puts a little pass across to Yanni Stubkamp, who was waiting for it. He's got a bit of trouble now. He's all tangled up with Graham Keith and Crunchy Baker, but Yanni Stubkamp gets away from him now. Puts a little pass across to Graham McClarty. He slows the pony down, regathers himself now, and now he's looking for a way into the box. Cops a bit of a bump there from Crunchy Baker. Runs in there now. Didn't get a very kind bounce at all. Mikey Craynor had his eye on it. Couldn't quite come over that. Great pick up there by Graham McClarty. Make that 21 goals, plays 15.
So the two teams line up. Umpire Brooks lines them up. Pairs both all in. Says to get back behind the line. Ball goes in, it's loose on the floor. Crunchy Baker grabs it, he can't get it. Graham McClarty just manages to keep it in play, I think. It's loose on the floor. Mikey Craynor goes over the top of it. And it's going to be loose there for Yanni Stubkamp to snap up for South Africa. Yanni Stubkamp throws a little dummy, takes some attention off Graham Keith, takes yet more attention off Graham Keith. Yanni Stubkamp, oh, the ball finally comes free, but Yanni Stubkamp mobs it back up. Yanni Stubkamp in the middle of a pack. Now Travis Dean comes in and takes away a player, but Yanni Stubkamp steps round. Crunchy Baker looks to throw a little pass across to Graham McClarty. Graham McClarty big over on through the post. 22 plays 15. South Africa go to 7 goals up.
Yeah, great bit of work there in centre field by Yanni Steenkamp. The Zimbabweans were all over him, but he was still good enough to hold on to it and deliver it into the racket of Graham McClarty. Rightio, so it goes in. Oh, this time it's Crunchy Baker up front. He rides down now. He slaps down the bounce, but unfortunately, time was his worst enemy. So that's no goals. So at the end of the sixth, chukka, the score remains 22 goals to 15. Rightio, umpire Martin Brooks calls them in as we get ready to get underway in the seventh chukka. 22 goals, plays 15. South Africa hold a handy 7-goal lead as the ball goes in. Oh, Sophie Sargent out the back. Great little take there. Copped a big bump from Jossie Spilsbury, but she's still got the ball right down now. Oh, great take there by Kelly Radford. Fires the shot out and all clear. Very quick opening goal there of the Zimbabwe ladies. 22 goals, plays 16.
Whether you're in the crowd, playing or coaching, the ball goes in. Now it's dropped in amongst the threes. Audrey Logan had a crack at it. Who might have been Celicia Jacobs, had it in a racket for a split second there. Comes up with it now. Celicia Jacobs puts a little pass out to Nikki Crook, who was waiting for it. She's got Sophie Sargent down there waiting for her. They come into the box now as the players going everywhere. She puts it down, didn't go very neatly for her. It's going over there dangerously close to the sideline. Pops it back into herself now. Sophie Sargent has a crack at it, couldn't quite handle it. It's still on the ground now. Nikki Crook got the better of the turns. Wells, a big pony in there, picks it up, has a shot. And now, once again there for South Africa, a very quick reply. 23 goals, play 16.
Ball goes in and it's out on the floor, and Kelly Redburn reaches where he couldn't put it in. Nikki Crook pulls it in for South Africa. She turns and burns upfield, going towards the 30-yard line. Flicks it out in front of herself, gets a kind bounce. Biggie gathers it and shoots it through the sticks. 24 plays 16.
Rightio, the ball goes in now, popped out the Zimbabwe side first. It'll be Audrey Logan, but the ball's on the deck. It looks as though it's Celicia Jacobs. Celicia Jacobs mops it up now. The number 2 for the South African side. She's being hard marked there by the 2 Zimbabwe ladies, but she gets away from them. Comes down now, but thinks about putting a little pass over. The ball's been knocked out. It's on the deck. First it will be Jossie Spilsbury. Jossie Spilsbury comes in and mops it up now. Puts a little pass in. No, she doesn't. She holds onto it. She's being hard marked there by Kelly Radford. To put the pass in, but it's a bit too high along for Nikki Crook as the ball just trickles out over the baseline. So it looks as though it's going to be a Zimbabwe ball. It'll be Sophie Sargent to take it. Play on call now. She puts a little lob out and it sets up Connie for her. Sophie Sargent, the left-hander, sets down. Oh, comes a big hit. Oh! Nikki Crook just gets a bit of hang time there. Rightio, so it's going to be a Zimbabwe ball to restart play. Sophie Sargent once again puts a little lob out and it comes up Connie for her now. Sophie Sargent with the ball being hard ridden there by Nikki Crook and Jossie Spilsbury. She puts a little pass out to Audrey Logan now. Audrey Logan, she puts a little pass in to Kelly Radford of it. She couldn't hand it, but Audrey Logan straight back onto it now. She's deep there in the corner being hard ridden there, but gets away from them now. Audrey Logan on the big grey pony, just spins around now, being well ridden there by the 2 South African ladies. Sophie Sargent comes in and takes one out. Nikki Crook, oh, she's giving Audrey Logan a ton of attention. She has to pass it out now to Sophie Sargent. Sophie with the ball. Sophie Sargent with the ball now. The girls are playing ping pong out here with it. Sophie Sargent puts the pass in now to Kelly Radford, but she couldn't handle it. The ball's back on the deck. First to it will be, Kelly Radford makes good possession, but Jossie Spilsbury just pushes her off it. Oh, Kelly Radford manages to come up with it now. Kelly Radford drives around the front into the open goal and all clear.
Might have gone out over the sideline over there. So umpire Parkinson getting himself another possession. Fires it in now. It's been grabbed out of the middle there by Celicia Jacobs. Whirls a chestnut pony around now. Audrey Logan comes in to put it into defence on, but she gives it a sleep now. Fires a pass in to Nikki Crook, who is in there waiting for it with open arms. She's got Sophie Sargent down there to contend with. Whirls a pony around now on top of the D. Gets in behind the back of Sophie Sargent. Has a shot and make that 25 goals, play 17.
South Africa go to an 8-goal lead, deep in the 7th. So they'll line up again. Umpire Colin Parkinson will line him up. Ball goes in, cleaned out at the front by Kelly Redfern. And then Kelly Redfern cops one for her troubles, I think. But we'll see what the umpire says. Umpire says hold tight. They come together again. Ball goes in, it's snapped down on the back by Joshie Spilsbury. She sets there downfield. I think only now has just realised she's headed the wrong way. Spins around, comes back upfield. Burns around the outside, looks to link up with Nikki Crook at the 30-yard line, but time will defeat them. So that's probably the last time you'll see the ladies. But it depends what happens in this last chukka of the men. So give them a big round of applause. They played their hearts out there today, but at the end of the 7th, and the start of the 8th, it's South Africa with one hand on the World Cup. They lead 25-18.
So South Africa holding quite a handy 7-goal lead. It's going to require a bit of a miracle here from the Zimbabwe side. Time on now, the ball goes in on it, snapped up front there by Graham McClarty. Yanni Steenkamp just flicks out the back and says, here, pass it to me. Yanni Steenkamp with the ball now. He's being ridden hard there by Darnie Swan. Crunchy Bacon comes in now to give him a bit of attention, but Yanni Steenkamp just flicks it out the back. Gavin Cocker couldn't take it. Oh, but he puts the pass in now, and Graham McClarty rides in. Opening goal of the 8th on the South African side. So they extend their lead now, 26 plays 18.
Umpire Parkinson feeds it down the centre tunnel. Yanni Steenkamp's got his eye on it, picks it up now. He's got Zimbabwe players everywhere. Fires a big bomb out to Graham McClarty. Oh, great take there by Graham McClarty. Runs onto the 30-yard line now, gets a kind bounce. Now looking to duck and dive in behind the back of Mikey Cranor. Mikey Cranor dearly like to get this one back. Graham McClarty just taking his time now. Time is on his side. Wheels the pony around in the corner now. Doesn't want to rush anything. He knows they've got a handy lead. Just waiting for Mikey Cranor to get out of position and he'll swoop on it. Graham McClarty back to a bit of a trot now. Mikey Cranor comes in, gives him a bit of a bump. The pace is a cracker down there, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look at him go now. Puts a pony in the guts. Wells round for a big overhead shot.
Lovely bit of play by Graham McClarty in centre field. Took that pass hanging right out of the back of a pony. And really, you feel this one slipped away from Zimbabwe now. 27 plays 18. Ball goes in, it's out the back, and Yanni Steenkamp just snaps it off the back of the line-out. Yanni Steenkamp spins the pony round. Big swing comes in from Danny Swan. But Yanni Steenkamp still with the ball. Danny Swan has another swing at him, but she can't get the ball off him. Yanni Steenkamp now, Andy Baker comes in with a big swing. With a little pass goes across to Graham McClarty. Graham McClarty now in his goal scoring area, marking up against Mikey Cranor. Mikey Cranor just trying to hold him out there. Graham McClarty just taking his time. He knows he's really got this one sewn up, drives in towards the goal. Mikey Cranor rides away. And Graham McClarty bangs it through, 28-18.
So South Africa push out to 10 goals now, 28 goals, plays 18. The ball goes in, it's out the back, come off the racket of Mikey Cranor, and now it's popped out the South African side, and it's Graham McClarty. He picks it up now once again, as they have done all game. Put the little pass back out to Yanni Steenkamp. He's been a solid campaigner out the back there for the South African side. Full control in the middle there. Oh, the big overhand pass. It's a bit too long for Graham McClarty, and it's going to beat him over the back line. So umpire Colin Parkinson marks the spot. Mikey Cranor now puts a little lob out. It comes up kindly for him now. Mikey Cranor with the ball. He's just going to duck and dive and look for his way out past Graham McClarty now. Mikey Cranor with the ball. Graham McClarty, great bit of defence there, just holding him up there in the area. Mikey Cranell turns away now, tries to get the pony going. He's just struggling to find a bit of traction in the mud there. Now Mikey Cranell comes out, puts a bounce down himself. It comes up kindly for him now. Mikey Cranell puts on a bit of pace, but he's got two South African shirts either side of him. Oh, the little no-look back pass, straight to the racket of Crunchy Baker. Crunchy Baker with the ball now. Oh, he got an absolute shocking bounce. It's dropped dead in the mud now, and it's Johnny Steenkamp mops it up. He puts a big bomb out to Graham McClarty, and it sets up kindly for him, but he's got Mikey Cranell closing on him quickly. Graham McClarty now puts down the bounce. He gets a kind one, unlike Crunchy Baker at the opposite end. So Graham McClarty once again in the area, just slows things down, comes in. Oh, Mikey Cranell thought about the big swing, but just let him go fast, and Graham McClarty puts another one on the board for South Africa.
So a great bit of play there by Mikey Cranell, but unfortunately the ball stuck in the mud down there. Crunchy Baker plucks it out of the front now. There's still plenty of excitement left in him. He charges onto the 30-yard line, puts it down. This time he doesn't get a sweet bounce once again. But Yanni Steenkamp arrives on the scene, cleans up the slubs. Regathers his steering wheel now. Just taking his time down there. Dyer throws another fakie. Crunchy Baker doesn't fall for it though. Then Yanni Steenkamp. He's got a firm grab on the World Cup at the moment. He just wants the clock to drain down. Crunchy Baker though, he's dearly love to get a crack at that racket. Hopefully take it off him. Yanni Steenkamp still with the ball though. Not making a great deal of progress at the moment. Oh, great bit of a bump there by Crunchy Baker. Might have been a hit down. So that'll bring him out. Oh, big long bomb out to Graham McClarty on the burst. He should win the race to it. Sits up nicely for him. Charges onto the 30-yard line. Oh, got a bad bounce this time. He'll get the better of the turn. It looks like Mikey Cranell will pick it up. Wheels a pony around. They must be dangerously close to the sideline down there. Ducking and diving in behind. Oh, comes a big swing there by Graham McClarty. Comes out, puts down the bounce, comes up with it. Donny Swan runs in, takes care of Graham Crocker. Mikey Cranell with the ball now, puts a little bit of pass in there. Oh, it's a big high one, bit two. At full time here at the World Cup, South Africa run out winners. Looking very happy down there in the South African camp.
So South Africa are the winners of the Two Rivers Technology 2011 Polocrosse World Cup. Zimbabwe finished second. Broken-hearted, but they put on a hell of a show and a hell of a final.
Feels awesome. Always feels awesome winning. Fantastic.
Champs it's a great tournament. It's probably not the fastest tournament in the world, but it is a great tournament because it's 8 of the best teams in the world and all battling it out to see who's number one.
Tactically, we just concentrated on what we do best, and yeah, and I think that worked for us. We've been working on our game plan and the way we play for a couple of years, and I think it all paid off. And we'll let the winning take care of itself.
We will now bring up the new world champions. So it is South Africa! So South Africa received the Polocrosse World Cup, the first time any country but Australia has won it.